Frustration is a very human emotion, and it is an emotion I've often felt with regards to productivity, and if you're here, you've probably felt it too. So let's look a little bit at frustration, and specifically what to do when you're frustrated with your progress. Hi everyone, welcome back to Trees and Turtles. I'm Imogen. In this video, I'm showing you what to do, again, when you're frustrated with your progress. So if you're not already subscribed, be sure to do that, and let's get into the video. Alright, so achieving isn't an easy ride. It's normal to feel behind, frustrated, or inadequate, so here's what to do. Allow yourself to feel frustrated. It's a normal part of the achieving process. Goals don't always go to plan, they don't always happen on time, and I guarantee you that you will at some stage be annoyed with yourself, and that's okay. You can embrace it, you can express it. It's okay to feel frustrated, and honestly, I spend quite a lot of my time feeling frustrated because I'm very... I like to achieve things, and I like to get things done, and I want things done, yesterday, and I want them better, and I want them faster, and that produces a lot of frustration. So it is normal, if you're trying to achieve stuff, that you're going to feel frustrated at some point. You're going to be like, why does this not hurry up? Oh my gosh, can it not be faster? Please, can it not be better? I am so annoyed right now. And that's fine. It's normal. And sometimes my goals get derailed, and I'm like, it's not following the plan, I want to throw something. Yeah, so frustration, it's normal, so express it. And you can just, in the second tip, use it as fuel. When I'm frustrated, I often channel it into my work, and I use that negative energy to make myself work harder. So here's an example. I've often felt frustrated about being too slow. Like when I was revising for my A-levels, I had a pile of flashcards as big as my arm, which, to be fair, was not very big, but as long as my arm. And I was just like, I need to learn these faster, I need to learn these faster. And I often sort of channeled that energy into learning them faster. So I'd be like, well, I'm going to stay for another half an hour at school, and I'm going to do X, Y, Z. And because I'm frustrated with my progress, so I'm going to use that energy to change it. And I've often felt like I'm not doing enough. I use this energy to fuel me. So reevaluate your timelines. This is my third tip. You should allow for things moving more slowly than you want. Yeah, you don't like this tip, neither do I. We want things to move faster, I want things to move faster, you probably do want things to move faster as well. Sometimes things do not oblige us wanting them to move faster. And in your timelines, you should allow for things moving more slowly than you want. Absolutely, try and achieve this thing in 2 weeks. Maybe it will take 4. But if your deadline is 3, then let's hope it doesn't take 4, but anyway, try and do it fast, but if it takes longer, be okay with that. Another example from today, I went food shopping, and I have a budget, obviously, because I'm a student and everybody needs a budget, and I've been spending under my budget last week, so that was great, and I got to the checkout today, and it was like, oh, it cost me more than I'd expected, but nevertheless it was still within my budget, so I still felt okay about that, even though I was a little bit frustrated. So that's just an example, but sometimes I'm like, oh, I could have optimised that better. But anyway, it doesn't matter, as long as it's still within the overall scheme of things, as it were. You should allow for things moving more slowly than you want, or costing more than you want, or whatever. So one way to do this is to set shorter deadlines, be more ambitious, give your goals less time. So the thing I said about trying to do it in 2 weeks when your deadline is in 3, trick your brain into feeling a sense of urgency and achieving faster. So you could do this at all sorts of scales. So you could do this with weeks, or you could do this with 15 minutes. You have a task, you think it'll take 30 minutes, give yourself 15, let's see how far we get. And don't try to do half the task in that time, by the way. Don't do that. Do the whole task in that time. This will also give you more of a buffer of time near the actual deadline. So this is the other point I wanted to make, is if you finish the task in 2 weeks, then yay, you got a week to edit or practice or whatever you're doing. Near the actual deadline. So give yourself a self-imposed deadline, a decent amount of time before the actual deadline, for anything that goes wrong. So always try to set yourself a shorter deadline than necessary so you can really reap those benefits. And that should help you be less frustrated with your progress, because you're like, oh, actually, I'm ahead. And sometimes I find myself getting frustrated with my progress towards my own deadlines, which are nevertheless further before the other deadlines. So once you get to that level of goal frustration, you are actually succeeding quite well, because you're getting frustrated that you're not doing it faster than faster, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense. Anyway, so that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, like it and hit the subscribe button. I post new productivity content every Monday, and you will get notified of that if you subscribe. Please also follow me on Instagram and all of the other places. I'm on Pinterest. I haven't really done that very much. Anyway, please follow me on Instagram, because that's where all the fun happens, and I will see you next week. Okay, bye.